Before the stars were flung across the void, before time whispered its first breath, there stood a being of unmatched brilliance, heaven's first light, fashioned by the hand of God himself, a celestial flame that danced with wisdom and sang with glory. The angels did not merely admire him, they followed him, and among the heavenly courts none stood as tall. He was the morning star, perfect in wisdom, draped in celestial light. He was not just a creation, he was a masterpiece. But something changed. Pride infected perfection, and the most glorious angel became the darkest enemy. This is the untold story of Lucifer's fall, the angel who became the devil. Long before the creation of man, heaven witnessed a rebellion, but it wasn't waged by monsters or beasts. It was led by one of its own, Lucifer, a name that once echoed beauty, now whispers terror. Today, we unravel the mystery behind the greatest fall in history. Why would God's most anointed cherub rise up in pride? How did heaven's lightbringer become the prince of darkness? We'll journey through ancient prophecies, glimpses of heavenly realms, and the hidden war that shaped eternity. This is not just a story. It's the beginning of a battle still raging today. Before he fell, Lucifer stood in glory, described in Ezekiel 28 as full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. He walked among the fiery stones, his every step igniting trails of stardust. Anointed, appointed, admired, his body was adorned with precious stones, sardius, topaz, emerald, and more, crafted with musical instruments built into him. Lucifer didn't just sing, he was music, heaven's conductor of praise. He held power not by force, but by divine design. God made him majestic, a reflection of divine brilliance. But the higher you rise, the harder the fall, and Lucifer wanted more. Perfection was not enough. Lucifer looked upon his beauty and became intoxicated by it. One gaze into the mirror of his own radiance, and wonder turned to obsession. He stopped seeing the Creator behind the glory and saw only himself. Pride was born in heaven. The unthinkable had happened. Isaiah 14 records his ambition. I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will be like the Most High. Lucifer didn't want to worship. He wanted to be worshipped. He whispered deception, not with rage, but with twisted poetry. Why bow when you were born to shine? One by one, angels fell, not from grace, but from loyalty. A third of heaven's host followed him, wings that once shimmered with devotion, now darkened with defiance. Heaven trembled when pride sparked rebellion. Lucifer refused to bow. He gathered a legion of devoted angels, 1/3 of the heavenly host. A war was waged, not with swords alone, but with fire and shattered devotion. The once harmonious choir of angels split into two. Light clashed with defiant darkness. A battle of wills echoed throughout the celestial realm. Trumpets of judgment pierced the silence. Thunder roared across the heavenly plain. Michael unsheathed the sword of righteousness, not forged by hand, but by truth. The sky split open. Angel met angel. Wings collided like galaxies in rage. Lucifer's voice rang out, a challenge to divine order, and the angels followed his call. Thus began the rebellion that would shatter the perfect order of heaven. Revelation 12 tells of that ancient war. Michael and his angels fought back. Lightning flashed. The clash of divine powers shook the heavens, and Lucifer lost. The once glorious cherub was cast out. The heavens wept. A tear tore across the sky, and like a thunderbolt severed from the throne, Lucifer fell. Not just in form, but in identity. From morning star to fallen one. From conductor of praise to enemy of all that is holy. He fell from the heights of heaven into the abyss like lightning. The glorious morning star was transformed into the prince of darkness. Once radiant, now consumed by shadow. The fall was cataclysmic. Celestial light turned to eternal night. His beauty gave way to a form that terrified. No longer a herald of praise, Lucifer became the accuser, a deceiver preying on the hearts of men. In the fall, he lost his crown of light and donned the mantle of the devil, a transformation marked by divine sorrow and cosmic judgment. Thus, the angel who once sang with the heavens now roams as an adversary, striving to lead souls astray. The repercussions of his rebellion are eternal. Lucifer's influence seeped into the world below. He became the tempter, the adversary of truth. Through every age, his whispers have deceived. He seduced kings, corrupted empires, and lured the lost away from divine grace. In Eden, he whispered. In Babel, he stirred ambition. In Egypt, he hardened hearts. In every empire, his shadow lingered behind the throne. He wandered among men, disguised as an angel of light. Temptation became his weapon, and every whisper of doubt was his conquest. Kings fell, nations crumbled, all under the sway of his deceit. The mark of his rebellion echoed through time. His agenda remains unchanged: to sow strife, to instill doubt, to turn men away from the path of righteousness. The echoes of his fall ripple through history, a dark legacy that challenges the very foundations of hope and redemption. But the ultimate destiny of the adversary is written in prophecy. Revelation foretells his final defeat, a day when even the Prince of Darkness shall be vanquished. He will be cast into the lake of fire, a punishment eternal for the rebel. The cosmic battle will end with divine victory. This story reminds us that pride leads to ruin, and even the brightest light can be dimmed by arrogance. Yet there is hope. For through Christ, the eternal King and light of the world, the forces of evil are already being overcome. From the seed of a woman rose the light of the world. The Word became flesh and shattered every lie. Christ walked where we stumble and rose where others fall. The serpent bruised his heel, but he crushed the serpent's head. On the cross, the rebellion met its match, and in the tomb, Lucifer heard the sound of his own defeat. So, what does this mean for us? It means that every day the battle rages, but you are not without armor. You are not without hope. Choose the side of light. Stand firm in truth. Walk in the victory already won. If you believe in the power of truth and light, join our journey into these timeless mysteries. Subscribe now, comment your thoughts below, and share this story of eternal struggle and hope. This is not just history. It is the battle that shapes our world today.